Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Cypress and today we're going to be covering Survival Hunter PvP Artifact Weapon Guide. So basically what you're going to see today is how to progress in your artifact weapon and which are the most important talents that you have to basically keep attention to. What I mean is, for example, even if you don't know how to progress, you can make your own route or path on the artifact weapon based on the most important talents and on the damage scale. Basically what I mean is Mongoose Bite is going to be your top damage, followed by Lacerate, and then Dragon's Fire Grenade, Flanking Strike, Explosive Trap, and somewhere around there is going to be your artifact weapon, which is we're going to start with is Fury of the Eagle. I'm going to quickly explain how this works. You stack up to 6 Mongoose Bites, which gives you Mongoose Fury stacks. You stack up to 6, press Fury of the Eagle, big damage. As you see, this does damage based by the Mongoose Fury stacks that you have. Okay, on to the next talent. Iron Talons. So increases physical damage you deal. Basically most of the abilities you have are physical, so this is a pretty good talent to take. For whatever reason, it's pretty good. Next what I want to cover is increase the damage dealt by Mongoose Bite. Sharpening Fangs is called. That's going to be probably your most important one. You want this for sure. Like, your top damage is Mongoose Bite. You want to increase the damage all the time. Next, Flanking Strike, critical chance. Not great, but not bad either. So you can take that as well. Flanking Strike is going to be, I don't know, 3rd or 4th maybe on the damage scale, even 5th sometimes, depending on how many Flanking Strike you can do. Rapid Strike heals you for 10% of the damage it deals. Now this talent, Bird of Prey, is awful. You never Rapid Strike as a survival hunter. If you spec into how we previously covered the PvP talents, let me actually show real fast. This Scorpion Sting or Viper Sting, which gives you a Rapid Strike, either healing debuff on your enemy target, or physical critical strike chance debuff on the enemy target. So basically you want to press it every 12 seconds or every 6 seconds if you want to keep it up all the time. But besides that, you're never going to be pressing Rapid Strike because it does nothing for you. So do you really need this? No, it's useless. So pretty much don't spec into it if you don't have to. Actually, let's go to the next one here. This is the cooldown of your aspects by 20%. It's not bad. Your big damage aspect of the Eagle, 20% damage cooldown reduction, awesome. Also aspect of the Turtle, which is your big defensive cooldown, 20% damage cooldown reduction, awesome. Not bad, you know, you can work with it. This is your pet haste. This is interesting. Your pet haste basically affects your mastery, which is hunting companion. Your pet attacks have a 6% chance to grant additional Mongoose Bites. So this is going to affect that. So you definitely want to spec into this. Let's go to actually this one, Eagle's Bite, which gives Harpoon a damage over time effect on the target. It's not too bad. It's not going to be anything too good, and it's passive, so meh, boring. Anyway, let's go to this one. Remaining time of exhilaration is going to be reduced by 50 per second every time you kill an enemy. Not bad, gives you a little bit more survival. Nothing too great. Lacerate, however, or Lacerating Talents is what it's called, it's first or second, depending on your uptime on in terms of damage. So basically, it's gonna be the number 1 damage or second in damage. So you definitely want to take this one and Mongoose Bite for sure. Like, you want to be specking and stacking your relics for these 2 talents. And maybe this one increases the physical damage for all abilities. So this is going to affect everything, which is pretty cool. Let's go to the next one. Reduces the cooldown of your traps by 20%. This is awesome. You already reduced the cooldown of your traps by a lot, but this is going to give you additional 20%, which is pretty cool. Explosive trap damage by 10%. So increase your explosive trap damage by 10%. Not too bad. You're going to be spamming explosive trap every time it's off cooldown, or every 12 seconds. So this is a pretty good talent to take. It's nothing too great, but it's not too bad either. Let's go to this one. Harpoon. So every time you kill, you're gonna reset the time on Harpoon. It's pretty useful in BGs and RBGs. So you might as well take it, you know. You're gonna have better time running around, catching up to everybody. It's pretty fun. This one increases the damage dealt by rapid strike by 15%. Useless. I don't know why this and the healing is even up in the game, dude. Rapid strike does nothing. Maybe it's gonna be useful for PvE. I don't know. Increases the damage of a carve for each additional target hit. Not bad. It's gonna help you a little bit more to do a little bit more AoE. Basically, in a fight, you want to substitute carve, which is 40 focus cost AoE strike and flanking strike. That's why I put it one above the other, because in your rotation it's gonna be flanking striking, lacerate, mongoose bite, then a Dragonfire grenade, and then explosive trap, right? So these 2 are cooldowns, which is okay, but these are your 3 main abilities: flanking strike, mongoose bite, lacerate. You want to be flanking strike to get the buffs, mongoose bite, lacerate, and then mongoose biting. In a AoE situation, you just want to substitute flanking strike for carve. So you're going to be lacerating, carving. When you are out of focus, start spamming mongoose bites, and then Dragonfire grenade, explosive traps. Your focus is going to be back to full, and then again lacerate, carve until you're out of focus, mongoose bite, Dragonfire, explosive. You're going to have huge AoE, huge AoE damage. You're going to be able to keep up with the big classes like Affliction or any kind of like the Bumpkins even. You're going to be able to keep up in terms of AoE if you have uptime. And you're not dying in the fight, you know. You're going to be able to keep it up with the damage. Did we forget something? Oh yes, we did. So where were we? The carve. So let's go back over here. Skylord, awesome name of the talent. Basically gives you aspect of the eagle, 30% increased damage buff, which is awesome. Okay, pretty passive, nothing too great. Nothing too interesting. And then the last one is gonna be your basic attack have a chance to do 2 additional blows. This gives again passive again, gives you more strikes basically. Nothing too great. So overall, what I think about this artifact weapon thing is that in some classes it's pretty interesting and has pretty interesting interaction with the class, but for Survival Hunter that's not really the case. It has some interesting stuff, for example like the Feud of the Eagle, like the Harpoon, giving you a little bit of like a dot and reduce the cooldown of a few things, but nothing too great, nothing too like out of the ordinary, interesting, anything like that. Nothing too much, you know. So overall, main mongoose bite, physical damage, lacerate damage is going to be our main. Also the cooldown reduction over here, and then the damage buff for aspect of the eagle, and that's about it. Everything else is not that important. So if you want to find out more about Survival Hunter PvP, check out my abilities, PvP talents, and talents in general. And I have a huge guide that's an hour long that combines everything, but I just wanted to split it up in different sections, because you guys, the average time I get per video that my videos are watched around 10 minutes. So I wanted to make a 10-minute guide around there for each specific thing and cover it in detail as much as I can. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'm gonna try and answer everything. Thanks for watching. Bye.